How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome to Healing is Freedom podcast. You know me, I am your host, Vanita Queen Abrams, and this is episode 19. Wow. Life. Anyway, we're talking about something that's very dear to my heart and very serious. This is the month of breast cancer awareness, and the title is Cancer Lost and Healing Won. We have a wonderful guest on here today. Before we get into her, let me just say it's not about just surviving, it's about victory. It's about those who stood face to face with the fear and said, not today. It's about the warrior who still believes that God is a healer, and the angel who knows rest, who now rests in his arms. Today, I have an honor of speaking with a woman who has fought cancer not just once, but twice, and she's victorious and still stands in her truth, her beauty, and her purpose. Her story is one of faith, resilience, and divine strength, a living reminder that healing is more than what we think it is. It's a mind, body, and soul thing. It awakens the soul, actually. So take a deep breath. Inhale, exhale, and just breathe and open your heart. And let's walk together through a conversation of hope, testimony, and transformation. Because today, we declare it loud and clear, cancer lost and healing won. Because healing is freedom. Remember, you are on Healing is Freedom podcast. So with nothing else further to say, let's welcome my beautiful guest and friend that I've been knowing for so many years, Miss Stacey Arrington.
Hey,
How you doing, Stacey? How you doing? How you doing?
Great. Blessed and favored.
Good. So welcome. I thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
You know, Stacey, you've been knowing me since I was one of them they little geek girls with the long dresses. I mean, it was ridiculous. And you all brought me in. Stacey's just a little bit older than me, not much. And it was a whole group of them. It was like a handful of us, right?
It was. Yeah.
And I wanted to be a fast girl because I didn't know how. Remember? And I was like, teach me how to be fast like y'all. And they gave me makeup, showed me how to cut my dress down a little bit, put my boobs up a little bit, put my skirt up, not down. Remember that?
Roll it up here.
Told me I need to start getting all that black, wear some red, pop your color, put some red lipstick on, put your hair up. I mean, I learned so many things from you all. And I just want to thank you. So shout out to Dee and Diane.
Yep. I love Posse.
And Sherry, God rest her soul in heaven. Sherry. I mean, you guys took me in way back when I was just a young woman, okay? Yeah. But I just thank you for that. So here's full circle. Coming back, I want to tell your story. So we do know that cancer lost and healing won twice. Absolutely. So can you tell us a little bit about your journey?
So first of all, I want to say, make sure, whatever you do, stay up on your mammograms. Mm-hmm. Stay up on your mammograms. Just a little synopsis on it. I always went and got my mammograms.
Okay.
So by me always going, I just was like, I can not go for a while because I always felt they always came back great. Mm-hmm. So you figuring you always getting positive.
Well. Mm-hmm.
Right. Mm-hmm. So one day I ride a Harley, So one day I went to pick up my Harley. I was riding home on my Harley. And for some reason I'm like, I'm about to go down on this Harley.
What?
Yeah. And man, I went down. On the Harley, and a lady was driving and she saw me. And when I went down on the Harley, I didn't go completely on the side. I hit in the medium. And a lady was about to run me over. And the lady hollered, "No!" And she kept the lady from running me over. That's number one to save my life.
Wow.
So I rolled over. The lady called and the ambulance came, took me to the hospital. And I stayed in the hospital. They took me home. So my oncologist called. She said, "Man, Stacey, I need to see you." I went to the hospital and she talked to me. She said, man, Stacey, you had stopped coming. Don't you know that motorcycle accident saved me?
Wow.
Telling me to go to the hospital. I had stage 3 breast cancer.
Oh my God.
So it was like God was saying, what can I let this girl know that she needs to go and see the doctor to let her know that she has cancer so that we can catch it before it gets further to stage 4. Because when I was going originally, it was always coming out to be, I'm good, right? So I'm like, I don't have to go.
So you're telling me that even when you're feeling your best, cancer can be eating in your body.
Eating in your body.
I hate cancer.
I hate it.
When I tell you I hate it, I hate it. I remember when they told me that my mother was diagnosed with it. It almost tore me into thousands. But see, when they diagnosed Sandra, she was in the ER with pancreatic cancer.
Wow.
And they said she had stage 4. She didn't even know it. Stage 4. I said, they told you what in ER?
Yeah.
And that's when her journey began. But go on. So when they diagnosed you with that, what did it do?
I had 70 radiations. 70.
But wait a minute, when they told you you had cancer, what shifted with you on the inside when you heard that?
All I did was drop to the floor and said, I don't want to die. Because that's your first mindset with cancer.
Mm-hmm. You think you're gonna, you think it's a life sentence.
Die.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's just like my whole inside. Just, I just thought right then my life was at the end. So, my oncologist was like, man, Stacey, we got this. We're going to fight it together. Now, what I can say is when you are going through cancer, the biggest thing you need is support. Support is your number one strength.
Yes.
It's your strength. Without my family, my family hugged me, Auntie. I wanted to give up. I wanted to give up because I just, you just think of that and just say, man, I can't do this.
So on that day when you wanted to give up and you did in the family, so it was basically about the love. Love conquers it all.
It conquers it all.
Conquers it all.
My family, they said, we got you, Auntie. We got you. And with that love and support is what pulled me through. So they were there.
How did you find the strength to keep believing in that when fear, pain, and uncertainty tried to silence your hope? Like it really tried, like even when they left. So, because family's not going to be around 24 hours a day.
They're not.
So when everybody said, like, it's like a funeral, right? Everybody died, everybody, oh, I got you. And when you're there by yourself with your reality, with those words, you got cancer.
Yeah.
How did you deal with it in those moments?
First of all, with my mom not being here, I heard my mom talking to me and said, baby, you got this.
Okay.
God got you. I got on my knees.
There it is.
And I talked to God.
That's right.
And God said, baby, I'm going to give you this strength. You can pull through this. And I cried and I cried. And I said, because of you, God, and my mama, I'm going to do this. And I pulled through. And I called the doctor and I said, set those appointments to do that chemo and that radiation. It wasn't easy. It wasn't.
So how did the radiation and chemo?
Man.
Tell me about that. Did you lose your hair?
Yeah, I lost all my hair. All my nails turned black. I can only drink Gatorade, Jell-O, no food. Nothing stayed down.
So how long was you on it?
Radiation, like I said, I did 70 radiations. Chemo.
So it's not like I stayed on it for 3 months or a year. You got treatments. Y'all count treatments.
Yeah, treatments.
Okay.
So radiation, I went for 70, so I would go like every Monday. I did the chemo, but it's like when you do the chemo, you go on that Monday and maybe I'm okay, I'll go to eat. maybe when you start feeling well, it's time to go to chemo again, and you're sick
Feeling
again.
it.
Yeah. So
wow.
it's just imagine though, it was so weird that once I was sitting on the edge of the bed and I just started scratching my head and just blobs of my hair just started coming out. So one of my best friends, I just asked her, could she come over
and cut it.
and shave all my hair out? And that was the worst ever, because y'all know I like to be
Right. So you know, I never experienced cancer, but I was my mother's care provider when they diagnosed her. And I'll never forget, she had locks. Sandra had locks. And I made sure she was okay and everything. And I saw her braids that were coming out after, like, I don't think it was probably like the third, if it was the third treatment, I'm not sure, can't recall right now. But she said, oh, I'm okay. I'm just going to let it fall out. I said, Sandra, don't let it fall out, baby. I said, let's go ahead and get somebody here. And I will never forget, I was in a board meeting at the school. And my mother video chatted me, and she was just screaming, hollering, Vanita, my hair. She just cried so hard. And her cry was so infectious until I'm crying. They thinking that my mom had passed because I'm crying. I said, no. I said, her hair is falling out. I got to go. I left the school, went over there. By the time I got to her house, my sister had already cut it all off. And I just grabbed her and told her how beautiful she looked. And she rocked her bald head. And she used to always say, it reminds me that I have cancer. I said, but you do. I said, and what we're going to have to do now is just start embracing it. And so I went to every treatment. I mean, I didn't feel like I had cancer, but I felt
you feel that
her, all of that. I saw her deteriorate all the way down. And this is why it's really hard for me to put on pink, not because I'm a Delta, which it is, because I am a Delta and I don't wear pink, but to wear it for breast cancer. This is my first time ever doing this because it tells me for real, my mom is gone and cancer did take her, you know, so, but regardless of that, I thank God that it didn't take you. So back on you, Stacey.
But God.
After surviving cancer twice, right? How do you see yourself now?
It's still hard because
what are your challenges?
You have to think, like we said, we deal with it 365 days. It's still within us. So I'm sick almost still every day. I have to take medicine for the rest of my life. I have to take a pill every day for the rest of my life. You
look so amazing. Let me commercial break, baby. Thank God black don't crack, because you don't look like anything you've gone through. You look amazing.
So I do.
Wow.
I spin.
Okay.
At X Fat Ass.
Okay, yeah. So I had him on the show. Yeah. Shout out to Jimmy X Fat Ass.
Jimmy X Fat Ass. Yeah, I do. I spin, and you know, and when I did that, and I used to go work out and stuff, and they was telling me, man, that has helped
so much.
My health
so you feel like exercising, even when you don't feel your best, the determination and will to just keep pushing, because thank God you live it. Because you didn't beat it not once. Yeah. You beat this thing. So tell me about your second diagnosis.
It was
No, back up. Tell me about when you rang the bell from the first one. That's what I want to hear.
I beat that bell. I
beat that bell with a bat. I beat that bell with a bat.
She gave me that thing. I ran. I was like going around the corner because she was like, no, Stacey. I said, which way? Because I couldn't, because it was so hard. I guess I was looking for it because, like I said, I had gave up. And like I said, when my nieces laid in my bed and held me and cried and said, come on, auntie, you can do it. I said, I can't do it. So when I rang that bell, it was so many tears of joy, because I didn't think. That chemo, it hurts. It hurt. I mean, it make your eyelids hurt. When I say hurt, everything. I mean, when you swallow, your nails, your fingers, it feels like your whole inner body is on fire with the chemo. Yeah, it hurts.
And you know what? And knowing Stacey, might I tell them a little bit about you?
Oh, yeah.
Stacey is like the most known woman you can ever meet. I mean, the finest men you will ever want to see around her. I mean, the Miller's Light, was it? What? Tell her what you
and
did.
Heineken. I modeled. I was a Corvette model. I'm now in a Hummer Club. I'm in a Harley. I ride a Harley. I've just known a lot of people,
And just live, her parties are on. And I'm seeing all this, not to brag on her, because she's such a sweet person. Ever since I've known her, she welcomed you in your house, all the food you want to eat, all the drinks, all the family, and the dances. It just goes to show you cancer don't have a type. It just doesn't.
And I fight it every.
Wow.
I mean, it's times, I'm telling you, it's times that I lay in my bed and I just cry. Because I do say, God, why me? And sometimes God say, why not you? Why not you? Because I mean, sometimes I cry in pain to go to sleep, and like I said, I take that medicine for the rest of my life. I just have to. So God, I mean, my doctor would say, well, Stacey, either you take it or you don't live. So
it's a part of your regimen.
It's
because you want to live.
I want to live.
So the second time, let's talk about that. You lived through the first.
So the second time, it was just like, nah. Do I need to get a second opinion? Because I didn't believe it,
So it came back after how many years?
It was after 3. After 3. And I was losing weight, but I thought I was losing weight because...
You work out.
Right.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really eating, But
did it ever go away?
It was in remission.
Okay.
Yeah, it was in remission.
Explain remission.
So remission is that it's going through a chance, whereas they're saying it's gone. So you're going through the chemo and everything. So it's gone. So you're trying to see if the medicine and everything that you're taking through the radiation, everything, did it work? And then you go back for retesting. So it's going through the process of everything that you take. Did it work? So they saying that at the time when you're testing, everything looks good. But then sometimes when you go back.
So 3 years later, you went back and it came back. What stage did it come back in?
3rd.
Jesus, this number 3, huh?
Yeah.
And how many years? 3 years after.
Yeah.
Okay, and then how was your emotions then? How did you deal with that? Because that should have been freaking scarier. Oh, here we go again.
Yeah, I was like, come on, God. I was just like, I was like, can I get a break?
Right.
I mean, what do you want me to do?
You were still on the meds too when you.
Yeah. So you're wondering, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do.
Right.
What am I supposed to do? I'm working out. Now I can't say, they talk about you should, they want you to just eat lettuce and tomatoes. But I'm saying I'm not gonna go to my time. I'm not. They do want you to change your diet. They do want you to, maybe not. I wasn't maybe not completely doing everything, but I still want to live my life. I still, I was eating vegetables and I don't eat as much sweets as I used to, but I'm still like. But guess what?
What?
As of today, I'm 7 years cancer free.
Ooh, ouch! I forgot my finger. Yes, Lord.
I'm 7 years.
So when you rang the bell the second time, how was that?
It was great. I cried. Even the people in the oncology department, they cried with me because they know. Excuse me. They know what I had been through. And then, as you know, through this process, I was taking care of my mom and my auntie.
Yes, I remember that. Yes.
So I was going through cancer, but at the same time,
taking care of mom that was taking.
And then my auntie at the time too had stage 4 cancer.
Oh my Lord.
Throat cancer.
So I know your mom made a transition.
My mom had Alzheimer's.
Right, but I'm talking about I know she did, but is the aunt, she still living?
No, she died of throat cancer.
Oh my God.
Yeah, lung cancer.
So what can you, on this journey, I want you to really, really tell me, like now that you're cancer-free twice, what are your thoughts on, you think it's going to come back again? What are you doing differently? How are you feeling? unpack those feelings. Because
I
I'll be scared to my wits end.
I was just telling someone the other day, we were having a conversation, and I said, you know what? I be scared every day. I go back in February for another testing. And I said, I be scared every day because every time I talk to somebody, they always saying, my cancer came back. I never hear anything positive. You know, I be wanting to hear something positive. But we serve our Almighty God. And I know that when I go back, He's going to be like, Stacey, you're good.
You're good. And we're going to pray and receive that.
All the time. And I receive that.
That's right.
You know, and you know, like last night, I was having a lot of pain. And I have a lot of torn tissue. And it makes me nervous. But my oncologist says it always feels like that after, the surgery. Because I was able to keep my breast.
Praise God.
Yeah.
Because that was one of your personal highlights.
Right. Yeah, because a lot of people.
Go out.
Yeah, a lot of people. a lot of people.
Mask too.
A lot of people think that though. They was like, oh, Stacey went and got her breasts. No, these are mine. No. But they, I was able to keep my breasts. Thank God. But you do in February when I go back. I do have to. Do thorough tests. I have to go twice a year though.
Okay.
Due to, I think there is something that's called B something, whereas it's easy for the cancer to come back. So I have to stay on top of mine more frequently.
So if anyone is out there right now, and thank you all for tuning in to Healing is Freedom podcast. We're talking to Stacey Arrington, who is a 2-time cancer survivor. This is episode 19, Cancer Loss and Healing 1. And Stacey is here to tell you about her healing process. What are you doing right now mentally to heal? Continue, because like you say, it's an everyday fight, right? So what are some of the tools that you can tell someone, your listeners, that you do right now to just keep yourself sane? Because okay, so before you answer that, and this is why I'm asking you this, I talking about this subject, and I don't want to make it about me, but it made me remember my mom and her struggle. My grandmother died of ovarian cancer. So I'm generation 3, right? My grandmother, then my mom, and now me. And I'm the oldest sister. And so I'm not thinking about I'm going to get it or whatever, but it made me think about like their struggle and their battles. Before you even came, I even sent pictures because I want to say in memory of them. And then I lost a soror, Dr. Stephanie Brown. You know Stephanie, my soror? And when I say she fought the hell out of cancer, baby, I have never seen anyone fight cancer like Stephanie. And to see her gone, it took me a long time to even go to a barbecue with the Qs because that's who I went with, or that's who I saw when I went there. But her fight was just so personal. I mean, it was like her against cancer, and she knew all the numbers, the vowels, the stats, the this, the that. And she taught people as she went along with it, So me talking about it just gives me an eerie feeling. So what can you tell someone out there that have either taken care of somebody that have had cancer or is going through that or can prevent themselves? Is there any preventive mechanism that you can do to make sure you don't get cancer? So let's talk to you. Yeah.
Well, basically, early detection is the best detection. Definitely stay up on your mammograms. Stay positive. If you're on medication, don't miss from taking your medication. I take mine. I have mine on my nightstand. Faithfully. I take it. I never miss. Never. And number one, stay prayed up.
Stay prayed up. And believe you go. I like how you said in the beginning of this, when you said, I didn't want to die. I do not want to die. So whatever you all got to do, run that chemo, run that radiation, run whatever it needs, because damn it, I don't want to die. So you took a stand. And that's something that I believe in life. Even dealing with life issues in general, you can fight to you can fight,
Yeah.
and that's it. And so you
Absolutely.
chose to fight. And I know another thing you mentioned, you exercise.
Yeah.
You watch what you're eating. You'll have your life. You're still going to enjoy your life, but you watch what you're eating. And prayer. Oh my God. And when you call on the name of Jesus, he answered, don't he?
Absolutely, he did.
I thank you so much, Stacey. Is there anything else you would like to say to the listeners about cancer? This is Cancer Month is coming to an end, right?
Yeah.
But it's only a beginning of knowledge that people might not even know or even aware of. So is there anything you can leave with our
All I say
listeners?
is I thank God. I'm blessed and I'm a survivor.
Yes, that's good. Well, thank you so much for being on here.
Thank you for having
Healing
me.
this feeling. I got a poem that I want to give to y'all out there. If there's anyone, man or woman, who have dealt with cancer, and this is me to you as well. I just prayed about it and I thought about it, and I said, okay, Lord, what can I say? Because I'm not going to ever say I got cancer. I just know I can only imagine every night the things you deal with and live with, right? So I just want to encourage you to just keep on being beautiful,
Thank you.
keep on having fun, keep on smiling, keep on keeping on being Stacey. Because that's all I've been knowing. I mean, just seeing you just being the light of the party, the smiles. It would have been a dark day on earth if you would have left us. So I thank God for saving your life, not once, but twice. And this is it. It's been, next time you lay down, it's going to be 100 years old. You're going to be tired, be ready to go. Amen, somebody? All right. Thank you so much, Stacey, for coming on here. You are so welcome. And to everyone that's listening right now, this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But this poem is for anyone who have ever experienced cancer. And even those that have been who have lost people from cancer, as I have, like I mentioned earlier. This is called Cancer Lost and Healing Won, because healing is freedom. This is for every woman and man who's ever sat in a cold room and heard the words that changed everything. You have cancer. For every soul who cried in silence, yet rose up with strength they didn't know they had. For every king and queen who looked in the mirror and said, I will not die, I will live. Cancer thought it could claim us, but it underestimated the power of prayer, the force of faith, and the fire inside a healed heart. Because today, I declare cancer lost and healing won. I speak these words in honor of my mother, Sandra Jones, who love still whispers through every heartbeat I take. For my grandmother, Vietta Abrams, who grace still guides my steps from heaven's light. For my soror, my sister friend, Dr. Stephanie L. Brown, whose spirit reminds us to keep fighting with faith and purpose. And for every soul still in the battle, I see you. I see you, Stacey. I stand with you. I see you, Ebony. I stand with you. You are not your diagnosis. You are a divine design still unfolding. Your scars are stories. Your breath is testimonies. And your life, a miracle in motion. I also lift my prayer for the man standing tall through their own storms, those that's fighting prostate cancer. I see you, believing through the pain, holding on to hope. Keep believing that God is still a healer, because he is. He always has been. To all the survivors, keep living boldly and strong. Keep walking in your purpose. Keep speaking life into every moment. You are proof that healing is not just recovery. It's a lifestyle. It's revival. And to those who've lost, we speak your name with reverence and love. We carry your courage inside us. You didn't lose the fight. You just found peace beyond pain. Your legacy lights our path. So today, I stand in truth, in triumph, in testimony. I stand with you, Stacey. I stand with you, Ebony, and all of those that are fighting. And I say with every ounce of my beings, cancer lost and healing won, because healing is freedom. I love you, Stacey.
Love you too.